Hi, I'm someone who is not in the Creator Fund, but I'm going to insult the Creator Fund. That's it. That's my intro. Hi, I'm Amanda. You're watching Swell Entertainment. Yes, I know I'm blurry. No, it doesn't get better. I promise I will stop using manual focus moving forward. And clearly, you are watching this on YouTube. I am a YouTuber. And I previously talked about this a little bit in my video about burnout and content creators and why I think TikTokers are at a higher risk of burnout right now. But we are talking about the TikTok Creator Fund, which, if you're familiar with YouTube, is like the partner program, but worse. Do I need to tell you what TikTok is? Probably not, but TikTok is a short form video content app. That's what TikTok is. You may know some popular TikTokers such as Charli D'Amelio, Addison Rae, the people in the Hype House, the big name people. TikTok is still a fairly new app, especially when you compare it to a platform like YouTube. However, you cannot dismiss the impact that TikTok has had on the current social media app market or platform market. You really can't ignore it. Not just from, oh, look who it's making famous. No, look how it's changing other platforms. TikTok is the reason that I mostly hate every other social media platform right now, including YouTube. YouTube, thank you for paying my bills, but oh my God, I don't want to watch shorts. I don't, not at all. I go to TikTok for TikToks. I go to YouTube for long form video content. I don't want to watch shorts on here. TikTok also is influencing multiple other platforms, including Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, the like, because these other platforms are seeing how much people still like short form content. After Vine kind of died, and by died, I mean Twitter bought it and then nuked it. Can't we go back to that versus trying to be 700 things at once? Because Twitter wasn't trying to be Vine. They just got rid of Vine. Like they quite literally took out the competition. Why can't we just do that again? I'm not saying get rid of TikTok. I'm saying stop changing your goddamn apps. Just stop it. Stop. The TikTok Creator Fund is still fairly new for the most part, and I stand by this. The TikTok Creator Fund was created in 2020 because TikTok was at risk of being banned by the US. That's what was happening. They needed an excuse to be able to stay in the US by saying like, oh no, we are doing business here. We are paying out content creators and we can't do that if you ban us. Ha 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 ha. Like that's what they were trying to do. So they were never going to start paying creators. They were probably going to hint at it, but it was never really going to be a real thing. I interviewed my friend Mackenzie, who has a following on TikTok. She has about 200,000 followers on TikTok, and she is in the Creator Fund. I interviewed her about not only her experience with the Creator Fund, but her experience as a creator on TikTok. How long have you been creating content on TikTok?
I was fucking around on TikTok since I would say January 2019. But I wasn't doing anything serious or anything that I would call content, just stuff for my friends to see, blah, blah, blah. But then I would say the summer of 2020, I was living alone and I just started shifting over all my video content that I used to have on my Instagram to TikTok. And so I kind of made the slow transition into fully just creating content on TikTok. So I would say it's been about a year. Okay. A little bit over a year. Yeah.
The reason I really wanted to talk about the Creator Fund was a video actually that came across my For You page from Hank Green. Hank Green is a content creator on YouTube, the like, but he also is known as the stepdad of TikTok, specifically to Gen Zs on TikTok. He answers questions, he answers science questions, fairly decent, mostly just tells TikTokers to not eat certain inanimate objects. That's mostly what he does. But he did a video on TikTok criticizing the Creator Fund and specifically criticizing TikTok's parent company, ByteDance, for how much money they made versus how much they paid out to creators.
I know there's lots of reasons to not be super happy with the application on which we all find ourselves, but as a creator, I want to bring something up. I go to home of YouTube, where I've been making content since 2007, made $19.7 billion in 2020. A cool thing about that number is that around half of it, goes directly from YouTube to the creators who create on YouTube. So me and other people who make stuff on YouTube who you have heard of and people you haven't heard of get the majority, a slim majority, but the majority of the money that YouTube makes selling ads. It's a little bit more complicated than that, but that's the basics. ByteDance just announced their annual revenue of $34.3 billion, so more than YouTube. Now, it's important to note that ByteDance does more than just TikTok. They're like Google. They have a bunch of different companies in China. They earn money a bunch of different ways, but it's safe to say the majority of that money is TikTok. YouTube gives half this money away, so let's just say $9 billion. So let's say TikTok is making them $15 billion a year. An equivalent amount for the creator fund to be would be per year giving out to creators something like $7.5 billion. And currently, TikTok's creator fund gives $200 million to creators in the US and then another amount to creators elsewhere in the world. That adds up to about $1 billion. So 7.5 times less per amount of money that they make than YouTube gives to their creators. I've actually been pretty lenient on TikTok, I think. I was thinking in my head, hey, this is a different format. They aren't making very much money because there are fewer advertisements. Maybe the advertisements are lower value to the sponsors because I certainly swipe past them pretty fast. But I think it's safe to say that we should be done with that by now. It's kind of inexcusable that this is a place where creators are making so much less, 10 times less money on this platform per view than they would on YouTube. And yet the platform is taking a much bigger cut than YouTube is, $200 million on $34 billion. And I'm tired of language like this where it will grow to a staggering $1 billion. You guys made $34 billion this year. Where's the value coming from? It's from the people who are watching and the people who are making the content. You made a great app, but let's share a little more fairly here.
In this video, he specifically talks about YouTube versus ByteDance. And ByteDance does a whole lot of other things, including TikTok. But TikTok, their revenue for 2020 is most likely where they are making their money. ByteDance is. They're making their money predominantly from TikTok. At least a good chunk of the ByteDance money is coming from TikTok. Their gross income for 2020 was almost double that of YouTube. The thing about YouTube is that half of their multi-billion-dollar gross income for 2020, slight majority of that, very slight, goes to content creators like myself. It was paid out through the partner program. But ByteDance paid out even less of that to content creators in the Creator Fund in 2020. And again, the Creator Fund is still fairly new. So it's even smaller than what I think they're going to say because it's including this year as well. When the Creator Fund first started, there seemed to be a lot of negative feedback to it. A lot of creators said that, oh, I was getting several 100,000 views per video, and then I joined the Creator Fund, and then I started making a few hundred views a video, and I seemed to genuinely take a hit to my views after joining the Creator Fund. So at the start of the Creator Fund, there was a lot of people who were either completely opting out or had joined and were opting out to see how it would affect their views, and they saw a significant change. Now, I asked Mackenzie about this, and she said that she actually did not experience a significant change in her views.
I really appreciated the Creator Fund when it first became a thing. I was making videos and getting paid. I would say at the end of the month, I was getting paid like $300 per month, which still isn't enough money to live, right? That's half of rent. But I was happy with that because it's definitely money. But my account was smaller back then, significantly smaller. And now that I've gotten kind of bigger and the Creator Fund has changed and I don't know, they kind of fuck with the rules all the time. I make less than $50 a month.
Oh, wow. And meanwhile, your views, you would say you think have gone up since then, or?
Yes. I really, really do. I mean, this week I'm kind of flopping. I do try to upload every week, but I would say, yeah, my views are pretty steady, and I don't understand how I'm getting paid. I would say last month I got paid $80 for the content that I'm putting out, but also the rules around the Creator Fund and how the money shakes out is so blurry and weird. I can't even begin to understand it.
The TikTok algorithm is ever changing, but the TikTok algorithm for the most part that I'm still expecting to be the standard is that any video you make on TikTok has the potential to go viral on TikTok and be seen by every single person on TikTok. That is a possibility, which is a great thing. However, there's also very little explanation/guidelines available to creators who do make content on TikTok regularly, whether it's a job or not, who are regularly making content on TikTok. They really have no way of knowing what's really allowed and what really isn't. For example, Mackenzie had a video that she was banned for nudity or something.
But I've never shown butt, boob, or pussy. Like, never. Like,
you didn't have the vague outline of a nipple that they could get mad at.
Like, well, you're a whore. We're taking this off our site. Like,
okay,
it's crazy.
There have been a whole bunch of studies that have been done on TikTok about what the algorithm deems as appropriate versus inappropriate, specifically changes in body type, pro eating disorder content being promoted, people getting flagged for inappropriate content simply because they are bustier, even if they are fully clothed. There's no clear-cut guideline. So it quite literally is trial and error. What will get me banned and what won't? And also me and Mackenzie kind of talked at length about how algorithms based solely around AI and very little human review is inherently not going to be great because there is a level of humanity that a machine just physically cannot do at this time.
I actually had a video taken down for self-promotion and it got put back up, but it was a Date Mackenzie video.
Yeah.
And they were like, this is false advertising and self-promotion. And I was like, yeah.
I'm trying to get a date.
Satire, babe. Like, I don't know what to fucking tell you.
Yeah.
Like, of course it's self-promotion and it's fake. Like, it's like a joke. Like, I mean, it is completely real. The email was completely real. I hate the way they do it. It's obviously less people sorting through the content and more AI. And not dissing AI. I don't want them to use my words against me. Not dissing AI. But I do not think that right now they're able to understand the nuances of humor and the way people use their bodies or anything like that. I don't think there's much nuance. So a lot of people's shit gets shafted because like AI and bots that like go through and review.
She also wasn't going to say anything negative about AI. I will suffer the consequences when the robot uprising comes. Creative platforms should not rely solely on AI and their algorithms because there's just a level of human review that is necessary and a level of critical thinking that is necessary to make guideline restrictions and guideline enforcements that computers just physically cannot do at this time and should not be trying to do at this time. Human review needs to be an aspect of these review concepts. It just has to be. Mackenzie was telling me about the Creator Fund itself, like how payment happens and what information of theirs she has access to that is infuriating to me. As someone in the partner program with YouTube, the partner program and the Creator Fund are two separate things. We know this. I don't think I need to explain that to you. The way that I get paid for the partner program is that I could have been given the option to either get a check each month or do direct deposit. And then I had to like prove financial stuff, prove tax stuff, but for the most part, I am in charge of certain things. It's also through Google. Google has control of certain things. They have access to certain of my information. That's fine. The thing about the partner program is that I also know how much I'm getting paid, how much I'm getting paid per video, what my current RPM versus CPM is, what views I'm getting, where people are watching the videos. There are certain YouTube analytics that I have control over and Google Analytics that I have access to because I'm in the partner program. TikTok tells you jack shit, it seems. It tells Mackenzie nothing. TikTok has access to her tax information, that type of thing. Standard. Understandable. That's not unusual. It gets paid out to PayPal, which getting paid out to PayPal, I am suspicious of in and of itself because PayPal does take a percentage with direct deposits. Not a fan of that personally, like the transfer fees. There should be other options other than just PayPal, in my opinion. But also, she has no way of knowing what videos are making her what money. She has no way of knowing that. She has no way of knowing exactly how much one view equals to how much money.
It tells you how much money you've made per day. I don't really understand how it shakes out. Some days they'll make 50 cents.
Whether you post or not, or like, is that like, do you see any trends whatsoever with like how often you're, that sucks, I'm sorry.
I wish, and I'm pretty good at like identifying like a trend. I wish I was able to like, some days it'll be like, you made 3 cents. And I'm like, okay. And then other days I'll make $3 or like $8, or it's very random.
And you have no way of knowing if it's from a TikTok that you posted 2 months ago. Like it doesn't tell you. So
no, it doesn't.
That's infuriating. Before someone says, oh, you can just do the math to see how many videos you made that day. No, because the thing about the TikTok algorithm is that what happens a lot with me is that the video that I get promoted on my For You page is from someone's account from 3 months ago or from 2020. Like, there's not really a lot of trend in when a video is promoted. So she has no idea if the video that's making her a bulk chunk of money from that day is from 3 months ago. She has no way of knowing that. Does not tell her. She can track if like, oh, this video is getting views or whatever, but it doesn't tell her. She has to do that, figure that all out herself, which is not just a money issue. Forget that. Forget the money issue and how that's not fair and how that physically inhibits a creator. This also just doesn't help the platform because sure, Mackenzie is just going to make content. She likes making videos. She likes making TikToks, but she has no way of knowing what the platform likes or what her viewers like because they are giving her no useful analytics. None. She has a day job, by the way, if anyone's wondering. TikTok is not her sole form of income. However, it should be a way to make it sustainable, and that should be the case for every other content creator on any platform.
No hate to Charli D'Amelio. I think she's a lovely girl. Why are you giving this person more money? I literally only eat bread. Please give me more money. Like, oh my God. Like, I don't know. I think I'm making a contribution to the internet. And like, maybe I shouldn't be like expecting money from that. But like if I hadn't got enough money that I was able to buy groceries, I'd be really happy.
The platform isn't just screwing over creators with their lack of insight into what does well on the platform. They are screwing over themselves because at the end of the day, these platforms are user focused. Users are who makes the content for these apps. It's not like Netflix where Netflix is providing content and then the consumers, their users, are consuming the content. TikTok is a platform that is run and then the content is made by their users and then it's consumed by other users or the same users. Therefore, it's bullshit that they are not giving insight into what they want to see or what is doing well. There are a couple of golden goose creators that they have on there, but there is no insight. There's no real information for mid-sized creators who make up the bulk amount of content for TikTok. And that's just genuinely bullshit. That's harming not only the creator and future creators and current creators, but it's also harming the platform itself.
To make a community happy where people are doing labor for you, it would be nice if there was more clear guidelines on how the money shakes out. I wouldn't be as upset if I understood and I was able to like understand the math behind the money that I'm making.
Yeah.
Because it's not a lot, but if I had more understanding of it, I think that I wouldn't be as angry.
Every time I talk about content creation and or live streamers or whatever, whether it's gaming, whether it's people like Mackenzie who make like joking content or random content, or people like myself who do whatever the hell this is, commentary, analysis, whatever the hell this is. There are people who comment like, oh, you shouldn't be able to make a living from a hobby or something like that. I completely disagree. I think that if you can find a way to make money doing something you love, brilliant, do it. You don't have to turn every single hobby into a side hustle or income. However, we are in a content creator decade, let's say that. I do think that content creation is going to become a full-on industry side subset. Like there are going to be people who go to college to become content creators, and some are going to fail. That's going to be a thing that happens. But there are also lawyers and doctors and writers who fail. You know, like there's certain risks in any single industry you go into, and the creator one is just an emerging one that's happening right now. And so these platforms need to start taking their creators more seriously and not just like not bowing down to their creators. That's not what I'm trying to say. But just some type of transparency and respect needs to be given to creators on these platforms because they are the reason these platforms are the way that it is. Because at the end of the day, the format is unnecessary. The format doesn't matter. And we are seeing that with all of these other content platforms, these YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, who are trying to replicate the short form video content. That isn't the concept. The format doesn't matter. This concept. I'm getting so worked up talking about this. Sorry. My point is that the format doesn't mean shit if the content doesn't matter. Quality over quantity over format, whatever the fuck you want to explain it as. When we are seeing that because people are pissed that reels are becoming a thing. People are pissed that shorts are becoming a thing. And some people are making them profitable, sure, but the content is the main point. The creators are the ones making it what it is. It's not the platforms. So the fact that these platforms are still not taking care of their creators in any way, shape, or form is bullshit. And I'm not saying every single person on TikTok needs to be making $100,000 a year. It's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that they need to be given some form of insight on what these platforms are encouraging or promoting or what's doing well and what's not versus just this guesswork that they're currently doing. And I know I'm getting so worked up and so upset, but like, it's just bullshit. It's bullshit because for all of the issues that YouTube has, at least they tell me stuff. At least I can go and log into my account and see how many views a video is getting. At what point in my video someone stopped watching, which I'm sure if I look at my analytics, it's gonna be now because you're like, oh, she's getting hysterical. Like I'm sure this is when you're logging off. But TikTok has no way of showing that. And before anyone says, oh, well, there's shorter form content. No, because TikTok knows when I am swiping past. TikTok knows when I stay on a video for too long. TikTok knows when I am liking a video or scrolling past. If you think that they don't know when someone stops watching a video, they do know. They're just not telling you. What made me really want to talk about this now is not just Mackenzie, is not just the Hank Green stuff. It's that I have noticed in the last 2 months, TikTok's ads are becoming way more frequent. Before it used to be every 10, 20 videos that I would scroll through, I would see an ad. TikTok is now not only having ads pop up every time you log into the app, there is an ad that you know someone is paying good money for. And then other than that, every time you scroll through, there's even more ads happening. And those ads are also paying them money. So it's not about the views. They are getting paid a chunk of money up front. Whatever that CPM is, they are not telling you. They are not telling you what the RPM is because the RPM is what you're getting. CPM is what the company is paying. So they're telling no one nothing, but they're making more money. They have to be because they're upping the amount of advertisements that are happening. And the shift in payouts is not happening. Oh, also side note, Mackenzie told me that if whatever money she makes this month, she won't see for 3 months. That's bullshit.
I don't see the money that I made from like this month till 3 months from now. Mm-hmm. Which is insane. I think I really don't think that is cool. Mm-hmm. Because like if I'm working my ass off like on a video, like I've had a couple videos that have gone viral and I don't see that money for months. And I'm like a 22-year-old straight out of college. Like I kind of need money right now. Mm-hmm.
That's ridiculous. These platforms, I'm spiraling. I need to be done. But my point is that it's bullshit that these content-driven platforms that are creator-driven platforms, user-driven platforms are not doing anything to protect is not the word. Just tell your creators something. Give them insight. Give them information. And I need to be done. I need to end this. I'm getting worked up. I'm so upset. I'm like, I want to fight someone. I need to go punch a wall or something. I don't know. Why am I so worked up? Because I'm annoyed. I'm just annoyed. I don't know. I'm annoyed. I'm upset. I'm frustrated. And it's just... Also, fuck TikTok for them routinely banning sex workers on their platform, whether they talk about it or not. Bullshit. Screw you. Dickheads. I'm gonna go ahead and end this here because I need to go for a walk. Maybe touch grass. Calm down. I don't know. Are you a TikToker? Are you a YouTuber? Are you in the creator fund? Do you also think it's bullshit that TikTok and other user content driven platforms don't give any form of insight to their creators? Let me know. Comment down below. Thank you so much for my patrons for supporting me on Patreon. If you'd also like to support me on Patreon, that'll be listed down below. If you'd like to follow me on my social media, that'll be all up here. And that's going to be it. Have a lovely day. Goodbye. Before anyone says, get a real job instead of being in the content creator program, I get it. But if everyone does that, you're not going to have any content to consume, okay? So you got to have some people who are making content, whether it's a side job, a third job, or a 46th job. There should be something where they can sustain something to continue to give you content, because if no one is making the content, what the fuck are you going to do with the next 5 minutes? Thank you, Allie, Alan, Alex, Braden, Cameron, Christopher, Chris, Cody, Colton, Crash, PC, Destiny, Devin, Dirty One, Dawn, Elliot, Evan, Beckles, Hopeless, Hollow, Jack, Ray, Joe, John M, Jordan, Joseph, Kenny, Kevin, Kim, Kristen, Lex, Lisa, Luis, Manga, Matt O, Matthew S, Me More Thread, Michael J, Name, Nathaniel, Pat, Penn, Prolic, Rob, Robert, Ross, Sam, Skylar, Simon, Tasha, Timothy, Tom, Wendy, William, Zendry.